Hey y'all, Kentucky Farmer here, and welcome back to the 32nd episode in this Pleasant Valley 17 version 2 FS17 Let's Play series. Last episode in this series we did a fair amount of harvesting and I got a lot of oilseed rash put down. Well, another growth cycle has passed and those fields are all ready to be reseeded, and I've got a couple fields that are ready to be harvested, and these are going to be some new crop types today. So new that I don't even have the equipment to harvest them. So I'm down here at the shop and we're going to have to buy a new header for our Homer extract. So I'll bring up the shop menu here, and this is under the Combi Rotor, multi-rotor. And so we have the beet head and we've got the potato head, but we need the peanut, carrot, and onion head. So let's go ahead and buy that one. There we go, 78,000. So we still got a good chunk of change. We got $466,000 on us. So we'll probably also go buy the last two fields that I wanted to get today at some point. I'll head up there and get those. Alright, so now I just gotta drive this back to the farm. So I'll pick up the video when I get there. Okay, so I made it back here to the field, and let's go ahead and get this harvester unfolded and ready to start going here. Awesome. So harvesting carrots. Let's hire a worker, see how it does with this. Looking good. Alright, I've got a whole bunch of equipment out here ready to go. So I'm going to take this over to field 20 and get it started. Alright, so here we are at field 20. Got everything lined up, turned on. And I'll hire a worker. Awesome. Our harvester's still doing good. Next thing we want to do is let's go ahead and get this thing started, I guess. So now that I've got the header for peanuts, might as well plant some peanuts. We'll use this little field over here. Straighten out a little better and hire a worker. Oops. And let's see, we do not want AI vehicle extension. Okay. Hire a worker. Excellent. Next thing we need to do is take this cultivator down, and I'm going to cultivate field 26, and then I'm going to use the Maestro to plant soybeans. I need a protein crop on there for the pigs, and yeah, I could plant soybeans with the other two seeders, but they're busy, so the only thing the Maestro can plant that I actually need right now is soybeans, so I figured I might as well do the cultivating and then have it seed down here. Alright, looks like we got a little bit of an issue here. We are at our hired worker limit. So I can't hire a worker to do this job. That's unfortunate. So I guess I'm going to be using GPS mod. Do new, and let's bump that to the right just a little bit. Yeah, we'll set it to do auto turns, and I'll just clean up when it's done. Not too sure why I have an offset. Let's zero that out. There we go. Alright, so since we're using GPS mod, looks like I just gotta hang out in here and go for a ride. Alright, looks like one of the hired workers just got done, so I'm actually gonna clean up these little spits here and then hire a worker for the rest of it so that I can go grab the seeder and start seeding this as well. Alright, let's try hiring a worker again. Excellent. Alright, now I can run up and grab that other seeder, bring it down here and start it. And it looks like our other seeder has just finished. Let's line up a little bit better, and we'll hire a worker here. Okay, so our Massey has finished. It should be around here somewhere. There it is. I gotta take this over and we'll change the seed type in it. Start unloading that, and I'm gonna bring up the map and kind of talk about my strategy for seeding these fields here. So 5-9 is going to be corn, 20 is going to be barley, and this 26 will be soybeans. Those are my three main things that I need for pigs. And then I kind of alternate root crops around here, and so I'll have potatoes for the pigs. On 18, 22, 23, and 24, I'm going to start focusing on doing hemp on these fields. And then on 7, 4, 3, and 2, and 8, I'm going to focus on doing cotton on these fields. And I'm actually going to base my forage harvester up here at the pig farm. That way it's closer to those locations. And potentially 13 as well. We'll see how it goes. So with that, then my next seed type that I'm going to plant, probably going to plant, and I'm going to do root crops on 12, 14, 15, 19, and 16 on this cluster here. So the next field I need to seed then is going to be 18, I guess. And on 18 I'm going to do hemp. So let's pick that seed type. Okay. And of course we got to drive out of the trigger, drive back into the trigger, and now I can refill. And we'll top off on fertilizer. Should be good. And we'll kind of sneak down here through the woods, take a little bit of a shortcut. Alright, so on this field, since it looks like everything else is still at work in, I'm going to do one pass around the perimeter by hand, and then we'll let a hired worker take care of the rest of it. Looks like our Homer is done with the carrots, so once I get this last part of this perimeter done here, I'll hire a worker and we'll head over and clean up the headlands and then move it on to the next field. There we go, hire a worker. Alright, got the carrots done, and we'll get this lined up and ready to do the onions, but I gotta grab my semi first and come over and unload those. Okay, got our carrots. Let's turn this thing on. And we'll hire a worker. And off it goes. And I can take these and put them in my silo. Helper eyes completed their task. Alright, that's the Massey. So I'm just going to leave this here, and I'll run over and grab that tractor. Yeah, we can unload this and get ready to pick out our next crop type. So the next field I'm going to do with this is probably field, I don't know, I can do 7 or 16. Might as well go do 16 with it. So I've got peanuts on 12 and potatoes on 19. which means I could do like will this plant sugar beets? No, apparently it will not. Alright, well then I'll do oilseed radish and start seeding. Alright, so I'm just going to do oilseed radish and I'll seed this field over here that we just harvested. Alright, and hire worker. Helper F has completed their task. That was our T8, I think, that we had cultivating over here. Let's go check on it. There it is. Alright, so I can take this back to the barn. Seeder is still going. Next thing on my list is a slightly bigger row crop planter. It's kind of hard because I'm not too sure which, I'm looking at some different mods, but none of them are exactly what I want yet, so I gotta keep looking. And let's see, we can take this cultivator. I'm going to take this up to field 16 because I can cultivate that. And then I can use that seeder that's over there on 26 to seed sugar beets up there. Alright, we'll hire a worker. Off it goes. Let's come check on this seeder over here. It may be getting to that point in the field where it's going to get hung up. Yep. It is. Helper J is blocked by an object. I don't think that's any of mine. G is fine, E is fine, B is fine. That's my T8 that says it's finished. It's not finished. Alright, well, I'll have to wait until I fix this last end row here, and I'll start this thing back going down the field, and then I'll run over and fix it. And hire a worker. And let's come over here and check on the T8. The other T8. Dork. What are you doing? Getting stuck on the rocks? There we go. So this one's ready to start, but this goes quite a bit faster than that Homer does, so I gotta wait a little bit longer before I start seeding oilseed radish on this. Let's see, it's 62% full, so it's got a while before we gotta worry about emptying it. Let's finish this part by hand here. Since we're having a bit of a hired worker premium right now in the server. Helper C has completed their task. Okay, that's my seeder over there on the barley field. Alright, well if they're done I should be able to hire a worker and let that thing keep going. And then I'll grab this and bring it back in. We're going to change the seed type out in it. And I'm going to use this to plant cotton up on, I think it's field 7. So we want to change this over to cotton. Alright. And let's see. This T8 thinks it's done. We all know it's not. Okay, now it's done. Alright. Got that done. Let's put this guy away. Homer's still going. Looks like the Fent is still seeding the soybeans. So this should be full now. Excellent. We'll do a little more fertilizer. Alright, I'll take this up to field 7. Oh wow, looks like we hit another growth cycle. Alright, I'll hire a worker. Let that go to town. Corn's looking good. So you see we've got this field of sugar beets up here. That is for sale. So I'm gonna buy this. And then we've got the field over here. Not too sure what that is. Kind of looks like corn, but I don't think it is. I think that's something else. Sorghum. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and buy a field of sorghum. Alright, I now officially own every field that I intended to buy in my little section. Now comes the fun part. Now I get to start buying excessive equipment that I don't really need. Alright, so speaking of excessive equipment, where's our sprayer? Got some spraying to do now. I'll take this and top it off. Looks like our Pterodos is blocked for some reason. Oh, it's full. That's a good reason to be blocked. Alright, so I'll get this guy refilled and then I'll run over there and empty it. Alright, let's go dump off this load of onions. Let's see how far along our soybean planter is going here. Oh good, almost done. Alright, well, I'll just hang out with this until it's finished and then we can take it and swap it out for sugar beets. Okay, soybean field is done. Oh, whoops, I forgot I had the sprayer over here. Alright, so that's going to unload the seed, and I'm going to take this, and we got to head north. I should have that new cornfield that I bought. That definitely is going to need to be sprayed, but then some of those other new fields up there will probably need it. I don't think any of my fields down here will need it, but I'll double check. Alright, hire a worker, off it goes. And I can go back down there and finish changing out the seed and that seeder. Sugar beets and refill. Let's see how our Homer's doing pretty good. And see, the T8 up at the cotton field says it's finished, so let's go check on it. Alright, looks like it is done. Oh, just a teeny tiny bit right here. Alright. Let's go ahead and start this oilseed radish. Oh, you know what? I gotta move this guy. And we'll hire a worker. There we go. Our harvester should be just about done. Alright, and the header needs to go away in one of these little garages over here. I don't remember exactly which one. Yep, it's this one. I'm sure this is going to be, you know, no matter what header I need, it's going to be the one at the back. So it's going to get a little annoying, but it seems like the best place to store those. They were getting knocked all over the place inside the big shed. And you should be able to sneak right back in here. Nice. Let's grab the semi. Alright, let's see how the sugar beets are doing. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, hire a worker. And I gotta go check on my sprayer. Alright, let's take a look at soil composition. Interesting, so my big cornfield actually needs to be sprayed, as well as 2 and 3. I completely forgot about that. Alright, well I'm gonna do 2 and 3 and then I'll finish with the big 5-9 field there. Alright, off it goes. Helper A is blocked by an object, H is done, J is done, everybody's done. Okay, this one legitimately is done. So I can put this away. Because I think I'm done seeding now. Whoa. Leave that there for now. I can shut this door. And I can shut this door. Okay, let's check on our seeder up here. Still not actually done. Alright, I'm gonna put this away. 94% of the seed left. Alright, got that done. So I think I'm done in here. And I'm done with this. And I'm done with this. So now I just gotta go check on my sprayer. Uh-oh. Alright, well, we've got a little over an hour recorded at this point. I'm pretty much just gonna spray 3, 2, and 5. I don't really have much else I'm gonna do. Although since we did hit that growth cycle, 13's ready to harvest, but I think I'm going to wait a little bit before I harvest that. So, yeah, alright. In the next episode we'll do a little more harvesting and go from there. I don't really know what I should work on next since I now own all the fields I wanted to buy. I'm just going to start saving up to buy more equipment or bigger, better equipment. And then we're going to start moving into some of the industries. If you notice, I'm going to focus on root crops around the farm because I have the harvester for them. No one else on the map has the harvester yet, so it's... Uh-oh, what's this guy doing? Alright, looks like I'm just going to do this myself. You know, so I'm going to focus on root crops and then keeping my pigs fed, and hemp and cotton. Since I've got the sheep, hemp, and cotton are the 3 inputs for the textile factory. So I'm going to be focused on keeping the textile factory up and running. But hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you did, would you please give it a thumbs up? That helps a lot. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe for more farming simulator videos. I'm Kentucky Farmer. Thanks for watching.